Welcome back to my channel, y'all. King and I are heading to Target to go pick up an order. Only on Saturdays. Should we only upload videos on Saturdays? I feel you. Yeah. Hey, maybe that will be a thing. Are you holding me accountable, King? I would love that. Thank you, King. Place an order at Target and then you can just come and drive up and pick it up, or you can place your order and then go in and pick it up, which is really nice. So today we don't really want to go into Target. We want to roll up on Target, get our things inside the car, and then we're going to take a stop to our local grocery store and grab some salmon because Ninja and I are both craving salmon and would love some tonight. And I'm also making some eggplant lasagna, so that's gonna be fun. Maybe I'll include that in the video as well too and share with you all the recipe that I decide to use. It's my first time making it. You guys know that I love being creative in the kitchen and just exploring. It's just so much fun. It's just so much fun. So today, y'all, I wanted to have kind of a little ride with me chat, and I wanted to chat a little bit about motherhood. As you guys know, this is what you're gonna find on this channel. I talk a lot about womanhood, motherhood, inner child curating, mothering mothers. You guys know I'm mother of the mothers. I'm a Cancer, so naturally we're the nurturers of the astrology signs, all of them. And this year especially, I'm really leaning more into that natural space of just being mother of mothers. Like, if you see my bio on Instagram, you know I changed it there. I'm gonna tweak some things on here too on the YouTube channel and keep y'all all updated. My handle did change. We added another U to the ummi to emphasize the mother in me. So those are some new updates around here. And with motherhood, I really wanted to, I've been just thinking in my head, and today it just kind of rubbed me a little differently. There are people out here who are judging anything that you do, but especially the way that you mother. And I think it's so important for us to become comfortable in how we mother. How do you mother? How are you choosing to love on yourself and your family? How are you choosing to show up in that mothering energy? Are you a quiet mom? Are you discreet? Are you loud and rambunctious? Are you loud and exciting? Are you very monotone? Are you very nonchalant? How do you mother? How do you mother? How do you mother yourself? How do you mother the people around you? How do you mother your children? And for those maidens who are here, how do you mother yourself? How do you show up in that mothering space? What does mothering energy look like to you? And are you comfortable with the way that you mother? Is that something that you feel like you're proud of? Are you ashamed of it? What's the feelings around it?
Tell me what I'm gonna do. Baby, I'm about to show you.
I have really been leaning and melting into this space of really just appreciating my natural gifts to mother, my natural gift to mother. And if mothering is not a natural gift of yours, how are you and what are you doing to enhance it and strengthen that muscle to mother? It's a muscle. And even those of us who have that natural gift, there's still certain things that we have to build to strengthen it as well too. And there are other places that I'm not naturally gifted in that I'm doing exactly what I'm asking you. How are you strengthening it? How are you building that muscle so that you can be able to mother in the ways that you foresee yourself, envisioning yourself mothering in? And then, what'd you say, baby? You had to tell me something? I would love to hear what you have to tell me. I like that you have a friend called Michelangelo. He sounds cool. We don't know what's in the Target cart, so let's see. It's a surprise, right? It's a surprise. Are you excited? Okay. So, how are you mothering? How are you showing up in that mothering space? And are you proud of it? Are you ashamed of it? Are you seeking for external validation to confirm the way that you are mothering? Does it feel natural? Does it feel like something that you have to completely go against the grain for, to work with? And I see it a lot. where we're judging other folks for how they mother, and we hold them up to these weird expectations or even standards of what and how mothering should look like, when in actuality it should look and be. You see the little things in the sky?
Yeah. What little things?
I don't know, you just told me. You said look at those little things in the sky. Oh, okay. When in actuality it should look exactly how you're wanting it to look. It should be exactly how you're wanting it to be. And despite what other people say, or despite what other people project onto you. And I think it's just super unfortunate that we almost generalize it, and it seems like folks are forgetting that, you know, everything is customizable. Everything is customizable, and everything is going to be suited for every individual person's needs. Just like every child is not the same. Every mom isn't the same. Like we were saying, some moms are natural mothers, meaning like it's a natural mothering gift that they have to be able to show up in that mothering space. Other moms may have to strengthen that muscle a little bit more, and that's okay. And because of that, it may feel a little bit awkward. You may feel like, you know, you're going against the grain, which is completely normal when you're learning how to strengthen and learn something completely new. And even for those moms who have the natural gifts like myself, there are still moments where we're blessed to come into this space. We're invited into this space to be able to strengthen that uncomfortableness, or become comfortable with feeling uncomfortable and really navigating through. So wherever you are, you eventually get into the space of being uncomfortable, and then you break through, and then it's a next level that you level up to, because things happen, things change, the way you move changes, what you feel changes, the way that your child responds changes. Everything is always changing, so you're going to change too with it, I would hope, right? Because when you're not moving with it, you're going against it. So that makes it a little bit more work, and it makes it a little bit more tricky and complex when you're doing things against the grain with anything, but especially with motherhood. And maybe I'm one of those people too, how we place judgment and expectations onto others and expect them to do it exactly how we're doing it, and if they're not, it's something that isn't right, and it's deemed that, and that's far from the truth, because like we were saying, all those things. And also, let's not forget that there is so many different mothering styles as well too. Well, parenting styles. There's so many different mothering styles, parenting styles, attachment parenting. There's so many different styles and just so many ways that you can do it. It really doesn't have to look like it looks for somebody else. Of course, you're gonna find people who it may look like they're using in the way that you parent and mother in the way that you mother. It says love monster. This is a monster. Hello, monster. I think you'll agree. He's a little bit funny looking, to say the least. He lives in a world of cute, fluffy things, which makes being funny looking pretty darn hard. You might have noticed that everybody loves kittens and puppies and bunnies. You know, cute, fluffy things. But nobody loves a slightly hairy, I suppose, a bit googly-eyed monster. Poor monster. This might be enough to make a monster feel, well, a bit down in the dumps. Love finds you. Oh, love found him. That's beautiful, baby. So we just stopped at Target. The other love monster found him just when he gave up. There are some people who are struggling with mental health issues, with health issues, anything that is not allowing them to be fully present in their body, and they are still making a commitment to show up for their children and themselves. And you know, I hope that they are seeking and getting the help that they need and deserve. Folks who are just out here kikiing and lollygagging, and I know sometimes it can just be funny to crack jokes and do whatever, but in retrospect, becoming more aware about the energy that we're putting out there towards moms and mothering folks who are care providers, guardians, and the judgment that we pass on them when they're doing things that are working right for them in their space. And if it doesn't work right for you, then that's you, and learning to leave that where it is and leave it alone, because you don't have to touch it if it's not for you ultimately, right? So I just wanted to remind you guys to think about some of those things. How does mothering look like for you? Do you notice how you thrive? Do you notice what you're doing when you're surviving? How do you get into that space? Are you proud of your ability to mother? What are you doing to be able to strengthen it? And are you worried about what other people are saying? Because if you're caught up in what other people are saying and thinking, especially if it's not in a way that's productive and it's not in a way that's actually allowing you to be able to be proactive about what you are doing and how you're learning, then it's not really serving you. It's not of your best interest. And how are we leaving that where it is? Like, if it doesn't... Oh, you showing your book, baby? Thank you. We see it. If it's not something that... You want some coconut water, babe?
I'm not drinking it. It's for Daddy.
Okay. If it's not productive, if it's not constructive criticism that you may or may not even have asked for, if it's not something that, you know, touches you gently and really allows you to deeply reflect on it, why is it bothering you? Why is it becoming bothersome? Why is it dictating how you are parenting? So, or how is it dictating that? And are you aware of it? So I think it's just really important to pay attention to that, where your expectations lie with parenting. Are you expecting the village to tell you you're doing a good job and pat you on the back? Although, it's great to receive compliments and it's amazing, it feels good, but are you solely relying on that? And are you allowing people into your space in ways that are giving them more authority and also more audacity to even have an input and also project energy onto you? I think it's important for us to be able to create sacred spaces within our family units, and even the way we're choosing to do stuff, so that people know if they're gonna come correct. If you're gonna say something, say it to serve my highest good and not anything that's going to be of detriment to me, or even anything that is nasty, or anything that's not going to allow me to continue moving in the space that I need to move in. Answering the calling to something of such a high service, you just want to make sure that you're doing everything right, and you want to make sure that you're doing everything that you should be. And I promise, if you...
Are we home now?
Not yet. We are at Market Basket. Oh yeah, when the car is backing out and you looking for parking. But if you're a mom right now, then you have been called to mother. Your child called you, so they know that you know exactly what to do and how to parent them, and they know that you're going to do everything that you can to be able to love on them and be of service to them in whatever ways that they need you to be and show up for them.
We didn't dry it.
Well, we dried it with the paper towel, right? Sir King had to use the bathroom in the grocery store. Right, baby? All right.
Why?
And so that they don't get the people when they take them out, so that people can grab them easily and eat them, cook them. Look at that one's face.
Aquí, mira, porque ya
All right, we made it out of the grocery store alive, and I think we got in there around 3. It's now 3:44, so we only spent about 45 minutes in there, which is golden, especially since this is one of those grocery stores that the traffic be popping. This is a popping grocery store. It's a very popular one. 45 minutes, less than 45 minutes there is amazing. So back to our chat. So I really hope that there are moms out there who are not waiting on somebody else to tell you how to define motherhood, and waiting on somebody else to tell you whether you're mothering the right way or whether you're mothering the wrong way. We a little woo-woo on this channel. You guys know that I believe in reincarnation, and I believe that we have agreements with the people who we walk with and walk next to, who we interact with on this physical plane, and who we do work with on this physical plane, even if it's something that's benign or if it's something that is extremely severe or something that's extremely big. Whatever it may be, we agreed to be with them and interact with them on this plane. And because of that, children are not exempt from that as well too. They chose us. They literally were like, ooh, I want you. I want you to be my provider. I want you to care for me. I want you to watch over me because I trust you, and I trust that you're gonna do what you need to do to be able to achieve what you want to achieve on this plane. You can fulfill your journey on this plane. You can access whatever it is and unlock whatever it is that you guys maybe agreed on. You know, sometimes it could be something like, I really want to lead more younger women away from domestic violence, or because in a past life I was a domestic violence victim. That could be something that you're fulfilling in this lifetime, and your child is that light, that force, that accountability, that push, that invitation for you to do just that, commit to that and fulfill that journey. So if you're ever just doubting yourself or like waiting externally for somebody else to tell you or show you how to mother, we'll get a dialogue going on how to tap in, because there's a plethora of ways that you can navigate and tap in to that natural energy that's within you. If there's anything that I remind myself of, it's that King chose me, Nins chose me, and they made no mistake, so therefore I am making no mistake. Are there places that I can enhance and shift a little bit and transition? Absolutely. But are they mistakes? No, they are not, because I have been chosen, and these people who chose me knew exactly what I'm capable of, and they knew exactly my potential. We agreed on this, we talked about this, so therefore nobody external can validate this experience, because I have that internal connection. With whatever type of judgments you're receiving externally, or any type of micromanaging, dictatorships, pretty harsh words, but any type of external hands that are trying to maneuver, or even external eyes that are looking in and judging and telling you that you don't qualify, or that you are doing it in the ways that they're supposed to, tell them Ummi said they lied, because y'all agreements is beyond this planet and it's beyond this dimension. So that's just something that I really wanted to share. It was on my heart, and I really do find it unfortunate, and I really want to make it a point to be in this space of really being more mindful and being more aware of watching other moms mother, and actually challenging myself and ourselves to be like, instead of, you know, saying, oh wow, I don't like that, or I wouldn't do that, you know, definitely identifying like, oh, that's not my style, that's her style, and it seems to work great for her, and being able to shift the verbiage and shift the narrative a little bit around mothers mothering. And even with our ways that we're perceiving each other, that shifts the energy as well for us as a collective, so that we can be able to walk in the words and the words that folks are breathing into us, because it's a different type of feeling when someone's like, oh, I don't like that she parents this way, oh, I don't like how she's doing that to the third, even though it's none of their business. But hearing somebody say that and putting it out into the air versus, oh wow, that personally wouldn't work for me, but it seems to work great for her because this and that, it really shifts your thought process, and it puts energy back into that mom and puts energy into the collective, because we share this energy whether we want to acknowledge it or not. We share this energy. It doesn't just belong to one person, it belongs to us all. And when we are speaking bad upon each other, or when we're looking judgy eyes and whispering under our breath or doing whatever, it really affects us as a whole, because then that's the energy that we have to all go into and really make our way to cleanse and purify and to rise above. Mama's vlogging, which is that lower frequency vlogging. Mama's vlogging to her YouTube channel. Yeah, let him know. Look at King. Look at that car. Why is it so close to that man? He was just trying to cross the street. And then that car right there, that car just drove so close to him. And the man went like this. And that's what contributes to that low frequency of motherhood. There's different tiers. There's different tiers and there's different layers. And, you know, there's a lot of moms who are at that low frequency space, which is just like a lower pitch, a lower vibration. Not saying that we're looking down upon them, but it takes a lot to, there's just different tiers and there's different layers, like with everything. When you're on a frequency with the radio station, you're like, oh, I can't get the dial yet. So there are still some people who are trying to figure things out, a lot of things. And sometimes when we're trying to figure out a lot more things, it brings us into this space of not operating in the ways that we're supposed to be operating in, and we're kind of in this pessimistic space, and we're not able to put out what it is that we're supposed to be putting out and thrive and feel what it is that we're supposed to be feeling. There's a lot of things blocking us from being able to move forward and live and thrive from this space and mother from this really magical place and space. So that contributes to that lower frequency, and whether we like it or not, whatever layer or level you're at, if you're breathing life, if you're breathing into the collective energy and you're putting things like that into it and saying things that are not lifting it, we're gonna eventually have to go back there. Like when we're having our days, those of us who are at a more higher energetic level where we can hold up more energy, when we're having those days where we're not feeling that high and we're at our low, we're at that space where other moms are as well too, and we're not contributing to the transmuting of that energy alchemy. If we're not committed to the work of alchemy of motherhood, then it's not a well-oiled machine. It's just kind of like, okay, we're not really looking out for each other, we're not doing each other favor, we're not really doing things in each other's best interest. So I hope that is crystal clear, and I appreciate y'all for processing with me. I again might show you guys the eggplant recipe that we make tonight, or I might not. This might be the end of it, and if it is, thank you for riding along with King and I. We have made it home now. We about to call Ninja so he can help us get some groceries up in the house, because carrying groceries up in the house is ghetto. So he about to help us with that, and we're about to have some dinner and chill out and relax and make food and just vibe. So I hope you guys are having a very great night. If this is our peace out, bye. Can you say bye, King? Bye.